Good evening, race fans. What is going on? We're 3 minutes till we qualify. We are down in the Lone Star State, no limits, Texas. Man, me and Tony are once again going to be killing it up here in the booth, and it is not fried, it's frayed. Let's get it right before nobody argues about it. Tony, man, how you doing tonight with this Xfinity race?
Oh, pretty good, Jeremy. How are you doing?
I'm cold. Sitting here chattering my teeth. But you know what? These drivers are going to be hot tonight, so I think the temperature might cool off a little bit. So you've been watching practice for a little bit longer than I have. Anybody standing out other than normal? Somebody who might be bringing a Hail Mary to Texas tonight?
Um, there's a couple up there that I'm gonna keep my eye on. Preston Hornbeck, one of them. He's right now in practice. He's got the fifth fastest time. Um, Colt Curry's right there. I think he's eighth or ninth practice right now. One of our really fast guys that is actually kind of surprising me is Bobby Rafferty. He's actually a little further down the chart than I would expect him to be. So it'll be interesting to see if he can figure this track out and march through the field if he doesn't get a good qual.
Yeah, he had a pretty rough
You
one
see
last.
that 82?
Oh, hang
You
on.
go
All
by me, man. I'm
right.
on you up.
Hold on, y'all. I forgot to. Got game sound on. Somebody here. Hold on. I can tell exactly who that was by the yeehaw, how bad a Southern. I think he is from Texas. You know, that was I believe that was Thomas Stanley. I heard. But either ways, y'all make sure y'all hit that exclamation ticket one. Yeah, we had to fix that. We didn't want to hear no yeehaw. But yeah, man, hit that exclamation ticket space one. Entering the ticket, diecast didn't go away. The winner didn't want it. And if we hit 100 viewers, Tony said he was giving away $1,000 tonight. So, man, get the
Ooh,
viewers in
whoa,
here.
whoa! I'm not Clint Boyer here. We're not giving away no money.
Get the top six right and get a chance to win 10,000 of Tony's money. Oh man, I'm gonna have to put a picture of this on Facebook. Oh, definitely. He's got a poster board in from Swag Designs, the SDRN RRL truck and car from the Truck League and the late models. So y'all may have to check out social media here later on and catch a glimpse of it. Now I've got a tube I can beat the kids with. Well, what about Alex? He's our lone Canadian, and he is looking pretty good up there in P3. I think Tony disappeared.
Nope, I'm
Sleepyhead
here.
Fry. Who we cheering for, Dad? We cheering for everybody. We want everybody to win.
Yeah, that's my kid.
Well, practice is over. That's fixing to bring us to qualifying. So, do you think they're going to put in a hot lap? You think they're going to be able to do as well in that one hot lap throughout the whole race? And where would you want to start? I mean, it's Texas, it's Xfinity, it's a bunch of new drivers that came up from Truck and Arca. I
Man,
mean,
I want to be out front. This track, at least if you're out front, you can kind of control your lane, and put yourself in the best position to not have an issue. And you can kind of defend that a little better if you get, this Xfinity car is tight. I mean, I personally hate tight cars, but some people like them. I want to be able to choose my line going into each corner.
yeah, it gets tough, especially as the tire wear goes down. I mean, the track's wide, but man, after about 20, 30 laps, the tires, you've got to change your driving line, and if you built up a lead, you're liable to lose it real quick. It's actually loose with a cooler track temp. While they're doing it, let's see what the track temp is we've got here. It looks like the track temp is sitting at 71 degrees, so it ain't too bad. I'm pretty sure that will go up some as we get some of these cars. We've got a pretty stacked field tonight. I didn't catch how many had registered, but yeah, we got to pull for the shake and bake team. One night a week, I got to be impartial. You know what? Let's go shake and bake. We'll be partial. The owner said it was okay.
There you go.
But William Kern, now Jim Mott, that name just seems to come to mind for some reason. You know, him and Cody run together pretty good. Didn't have what he wanted last week, but he stayed out of trouble for the majority of it.
Yeah, I mean, Daytona is kind of one of those races where you just hope and pray that you don't get killed. But we all know how that goes. So I don't really base anything off of Daytona. This will be like the first actual, I would say, I don't want to say skill race because there is some skill involved at those super speedways, but this is more skill in my opinion.
This is more tire management.
Yep.
Maybe. Because you ain't got to take tires at Daytona. You can just floor it and turn left and get some gas and keep going there. You're going to have to adjust your lines. You just can't follow the leader. I mean, you can follow the draft, but, you know, it's not like you can in a super speedway.
Right. Yeah, and like you said, you know, tire management's going to be huge here. These tires are going to give up quite a bit of time, you know, once we start hitting, you know, 10, 15 laps in. They're going to wear pretty significantly, and you're going to see the people who have saved because they'll start marching forward, and you're going to see the people who burned up their tires because they're going to fall right to the back.
Yeah, 30, I believe I counted 32 have registered in.
Yeah, I think that's right. I'm sure there's a couple that just hopped into practice and they're not actually gonna race. I imagine we'll probably be sitting somewhere around 29, 30.
29, 30, that is still good. Try a little test there. I heard the sound. Didn't seem to me. There we go. That fixed. Well, it looks like right now you got Joe Robert, Cody Riggs, and Charlie Harcum, William Kern, Zach Bucher. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is 4 out of 5 from S&B in the top.
Well, you got three out of the top 5 that are. Alex just jumped in there. So we got 3 out of the top 6 that are shake and bake racing drivers.
Right there tells you how stout that team is. Chad Wiggins is putting in a pretty decent time, scooting up to the 5th.
We got quite a few drivers who didn't qualify. I'd be curious to see if they try to put in a lap or if they're gonna grid at the back.
You got about 5 seconds left. I don't think they're going to have any more qualifying.
Nope.
Thomas said,
looks like we're ready to grid.
Thomas said Joe's going to burn tires in 10 laps.
Well, like I said, this track, if you don't manage your tires, you will burn them up real quick. And I think with Joe, that's just a matter of how hard he pushes. If he's going to try and go all out early in the beginning, or if he's going to, you know, try and back off. You know, sitting on the pole, it's kind of hard not to go all out because people behind you are going to push you.
While they're gridding up, Tony, we're going to send it over to the Hutchinson brothers, who's going to give us our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Well, make sure y'all check them out on YouTube, Facebook, Hutchison Brothers Music. We'll have a new song coming up for them next week. And man, I got a good picture of everything lined up on pit road, all those cars, seeing that RL banner. Man, it's gonna be fun tonight. 100 laps at Texas. Who is gonna hold it out?
Well, I think we're going to see who did the practice early on. These cars are loose on fresh tires, so we may see a caution before we even get a couple laps in.
Well, chat, what do y'all think, man? There's 16 of y'all out there, and I've only got how many tickets? Oh, I've only got 4 tickets. Get a ticket. Give us how many cautions you think we're gonna have. I promise me and Tony will not bite. Our wives would kill us. Suckiest sucker. Coming in with a follow. Those lights are off. You know what that means. I think Joe's gonna get a jump on him.
Yeah, I think he probably will.
Just already into the wall towards the mid-pack. Look like no casualties.
Oh, we're 3 wide coming out of 2. Contact. They kept it together and straightened her out. Now they're 2 wide.
Ooh, we had to track down for a minute. Look, somebody dropped some spots.
Ooh, Joe Robert missed the bottom there. Alex is going to try and get underneath him here.
Yeah, he's putting that pressure on him. Now, the one that's going to be watching to see how he can come through the pack, that's going to be that 77 of Bobby. He's in mid-pack, not really where you want to be.
Yeah, he was him. I think it was the 89 and the 79. They were 3 wide, and Bobby kind of got into the 79 just a touch. I don't know if it did any damage or not, but I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, that car looks pretty clean, so.
Looks like we got a battle for the lead up front.
Charlie takes it from him.
And he might lose another one here to Alex.
looks like he's trying to run that mid-high line. He ain't really keeping it down low. That may be a tire management.
I think you're right. I think as tight as this car gets when you're running that bottom, I think running that midline will save tires, but what are you going to give up on the short end?
Well, right now we're giving up 2 positions, but he's got his
Right.
teammate right there with him. Scrolling back through the pack, we got a little battle going on between Colt Curry and that's going to be the 27 or Chad Wiggins with them. Jeff Medlin's trying to make some ground up. We got 16 inside the 5, right there through the tri-oval going into the 1. And man, that is a scary spot to pass that tri-oval. Chad did not want any of that 3 wide right there as he let out, lost 4 spots, but he'd rather lose 4 spots than lose a car.
Oh, we got a new leader. Alex Forget Berube made the pass on Charlie Harcum.
And it looked like Joe took back his P2, so we're going to have a little interesting of a battle.
I wonder if Charlie didn't miss a corner a little bit.
He's got that B&H money up there, so I'm pretty sure Brandon's rooting on one way or another.
Oh, that's actually a different team. B&H is not Brandon Hughes.
Oh, false advertising. Nobody's suing me. I'm sorry.
I always get confused with that.
I'm strolling back through the pack. I ain't seeing no heavy battle. Looks like we got a little one going between William Regan and David Harden. And John, the 44th. Them two are battling it out for the 15th and 16th position.
John Neidick. He drove Cup with us last season, but when we switched to Wednesdays, he had a little conflict with his work schedule, so he had to drop down to Xfinity. I'm expecting big things from him this season.
Seems to be making the move. And if I'm not mistaken, he's also one of the guys from the severe weather.
Yes, he is. I believe it's actually his sister and brother-in-law, I believe, that own that company.
Well, I tell you what, if they'd have been down in the Mississippi area, they'd have their hands full. And our prayers go out to everybody down there. And those tornadoes that took down that town. I actually had a friend that I worked with. His family is down from around that area, so it's pretty rough down there. So let's keep them in y'all's thoughts and prayers. And Corey Montz is dropping. He got into the wall on that tri-over a little bit, and I don't think he's really been able to recover from it yet.
Yeah, looks like he's got some damage on that right front fender, so that's probably going to make that car even tighter. See what he can do with the stage break that comes up, but I believe it's lap 40. Maybe he can get some of that damage fixed and get back in the race.
I'm seeing off the back side of David's car. From this point of view, it looks clean, but he ain't right up on it. So.
Right.
We move back through the field up towards the front. David Harden, Eric Worm. Not seeing a real top battle anywhere. Take a look at the leaders, see how Joe and Alex has pretty much opened up the gap. Almost a half a second away from Jacob. Charging Charlie, I think he may not have got a full charge. Oh, we got Gary Sack got into the wall. Almost lost it right there in front of Cody Riggs. Charging Charlie has an Apple phone, so it's not holding a good charge. 14-15 in the books. No caution. It is looking good. 25 out there, man. Y'all only got bought 6 tickets, man. Just hit ticket, exclamation point, ticket, space 1, enter in the drawing. Rowdy won it. He said he had too many die casts in a box and wanted somebody else to get it. I tell you what, Bobby's starting to make a little bit of noise.
Well, I think Joe might be falling a little bit. I think Jacob's got something. He was right on his bumper. He closed that gap pretty quick. We see Joe making a move to the inside of Alex here for the lead. See if he can pull off the corner. Looks like Alex going to keep it wound up on the outside, and they're going to come off side by side. Joe's got the run off, and he's clear for the lead.
That was a pretty strong move, but I don't think Alex is going to go out without a fight.
Well, I think Alex now has to defend from Jacob Denson here because now Jacob's underneath him.
Look who's came back into the picture. He has got his batteries recharged, and he is battling it out for that second and third position. Let's go 28, Kick Harris. Let's track down the 28, Mr. Greg Rogers. He's got a rigger out there, so we'll give him a little TV time. He's chasing that Hardee's. He is trying his best to catch Jonathan Stevens.
Tell you what, that Hardee's car, I love that car.
Oh,
Reminds me of Days of Thunder.
I know, man. So many schemes, though, I see. Oh, got one right into the wall, and I didn't catch who that was. It was green.
Was it the 15?
At 15, and he's stuck up on that wall. I think he might have done some severe damage on that one.
That's Peyton Harding.
Yeah, he's slowing down. And Jacob Denson.
Making a move. He's got the line. And he cleared him. Man, I will say I'm surprised. We've had several lead changes already. I didn't expect it to be this racy at the front. I figured they just kind of tuck in and ride, but man, they're making it interesting.
That's the truth. It's just like all the races, man. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, last week everything finished under a green-white checker, so this week hopefully it'll be different.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely see it end under green. I don't think we'll go through all the green-white checkers this week just because Daytona, everybody's right on top of each other at every restart and going for the win. I mean, you're going to have the cautions, but I don't think it's going to be that easy to bunch everybody back up again at a mile-and-a-half track like Texas.
Yeah, you can see right there, Jacob. He's opening that gap, so he may have been saving something.
Like he's got about a half a second gap. Well, and I think Joe is a little more of an aggressive driver, so he's probably not the greatest at saving tires. So we get a short run, he'll be battling for that lead, I guarantee that. But in the long run, I think that's maybe his weakness.
We saw Thomas out there tell him he's going to burn his tires within 10 laps. Well, he done 20 laps. Suckiest, you got to type it on your own. It can't be a reply off of a message. There you go.
So one thing to point out here is with the stage being at lap 40, these guys will not be able to make it to the stage break with the fuel that they have unless they get multiple cautions. So I do believe we will see some green flag pit stops. And with that, they only have 3 additional sets of tires sitting in the pits. So there is going to be some strategy involved in this race.
That's what we love to see, a little bit of a strategy. And Suckiest, you are entering a ticket for a 1/64th scale Kyle Busch 54 Skittles car where he won it at the Pit Boss 250 down in Texas. So seems pretty good to be giving an Xfinity car away during the Xfinity race at a Xfinity track.
There you go.
We just plan stuff like that in Relentless Racing League. Chase Harden, he's perked up 11 spots. He's up to 22nd.
Yeah, Chase took an EOL at the beginning. We have a few admins out on track tonight. They're what we're calling on-track admins, just to kind of gauge, what the racing's like, from a driver perspective. So they're out there, but they are going to be kind of racing respectfully, not causing any issues, just kind of riding, checking out everything, and seeing how everything's going.
Why don't we let Matt out there then?
He's been clean so far.
We're watching you, Matt. Got a bird's eye view of you. That bright yellow car, he's easy to find. We'll tend to go to the stage break. They're coming up on that pit window, and I don't see a caution happening just yet.
I imagine you're going to see pits within the next 3 to 4 laps. Sitting in pits before getting up to speed, iRacing was saying about 34 laps. So it's probably going to be more like 31, 32. So I guess we'll see. I imagine we'll start peeling off for pit road here pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm going to say we're going to start having takers within the next couple of laps. Especially that front pack. They've been racing hard. And Bobby Rafferty, he has slowly snuck up to the 4th position.
Maybe he's been managing his tires. Looks like Alex has fallen behind. He may have burned his stuff up. Bobby just worked around the lap car of Peyton Harding.
It looks like Eric Worm heading into the pits.
Warman. Gotta say it. Warman. Otherwise it just doesn't sound right.
Eric Warman.
There you go.
There we go.
Ooh. We lost William Kern. Lost his packets.
That was not good. He was up pretty good. He was inside the top 10.
Oh, he reconnected, so he'll probably be, well, he's 2 laps down at the moment, 3 now, so we'll see if he can battle back from that internet issue he had.
Anything is possible. Corley Joey showed us that this past weekend at Coda, being what? I think it was 3 laps down and wound up finishing 11th on the lead lap. So,
yep.
I mean, anything is possible. Grumpy Gramp Gaming loves Matt Forms. He likes the mustache man. Alright, looks like Gary Sachs heading into pit.
I'm watching Zach Bucher right now. Looks like he's catching up to Alex Forget. We'll see if Zach can make the pass for 5th. I think Alex burned up his tires. He's fallen pretty hard.
Yeah, and William looked like he jumped back into the pits. And you know, I hate it for somebody like that that is running a top 10 and then comes into internet issues.
Yeah, it's happened to me a time or two. But I will say that with 100 laps, depending on how cautions fall, it is possible to get back. I mean, I remember one race, I think I was like 6 laps down or 8 laps down because of an internet issue and came back to finish, I think, 10th or 11th. So he's not out of it yet. Let's just say that.
I'll tell you something they're not out of either is that's fuel. Is we're hitting lap 35, so
Ooh, I'm surprised. I did not expect them to be able to run that long, but maybe they're running it as dry as they can so they have fairly fresh tires for at the stage break and they don't have to
here
take
we
tires
go.
again.
And the pits are starting. It's fixing to get crowded. It's about 10 or 15 hit it at the same time. It'll be interesting to see if any penalties are given out.
It's like our leader, Charlie Harcum's coming into pits right now. I believe the rest of the leaders have already pitted. So we'll see how that one lap on fresher tires, if that closes that gap up for any of these guys behind him.
Corey Mott has took over the lead on that one.
Getting himself that extra bonus point.
He's definitely going to have to be coming in, or he might be having to push it.
He is coming in this time, according to in-game chat. See how everybody cycles out here.
Oh yeah, your top bunch, they all are needing fuel. Oh, we got one sideways. Going into pits. Where'd he go? I missed him.
Well, there's going to be some issues here for those guys who didn't get into pit road because pit road gets closed 2 laps before the stage, so there may be some penalties issued here.
May have a few running out of fuel. William is trying to hold it off. He's got 5 seconds up on Chad Wiggins. Him and Chad, neither one have pitted.
They must have been saving some fuel then because, I mean, they gotta be out or running on fumes. Then once the caution comes out, they're gonna have to wait at least 1 lap to get into pit.
And there it is, lap 40.
And as soon as 7th place crosses the line, the caution should be out.
There you go, in
There
Zach
it is.
Bucher. Well, I'm gonna have to watch here with William. Now, he may have shut off some. Him and Chad.
He was drastically slower. I mean, he was down to the 34-second mark, and his fastest lap was a 30.8. So he gave up. What, 3.5 seconds a lap there just to
And I think
just to win that stage. And then I think he came into a closed pit. I don't think pits
that's
is open yet.
yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. I think he jumped the gun, but he got the stage win. He gets the points. Okay, you got to start it towards the back. That ain't too bad of a trade-off.
No, I think that'll be an EOL penalty. So the way I look at it is, you can get wrecked at any time in a race. So if you can get some guaranteed points, go for it. You get that stage win that's a guaranteed 7 points. And then, if you have to start at the back and you end up getting wrecked out, at least you secured that extra 7 points.
But you know what that said around lap 80? He may have one or two extra laps of fuel that could be a game changer for him.
Absolutely. I mean, I think a lot of it's going to depend on how the cautions fall, and I don't think 40 is a fuel window, being that it's a 100 lap race. But can he do it on one stop if we get one more stop if we get enough cautions? That may be open up a fuel window where some of these guys that pitted earlier definitely would need a lot more caution laps.
We're nearly halfway through it, so we're going to give a shout out to our cam package tonight, Whiplash Sim Cams. Make sure you check them out in Discord. And I believe you are correct, Suckiest. He was going to come out towards the back anyway, so EOL don't really matter. He got those stage points, so that's worth EOL.
Well, we're under caution here. So just to kind of all of our listeners here, we the Relentless Racing League, we're doing kind of a giant, massive, awesome money race series. Instead of doing individual money races to raise funds for the league, we're doing what we're calling the Relentless Gauntlet, which is a 3-race series. Buy-in is $45 for all 3 races, or $20 individually, I believe it is. And we will do basically 1 race a month for the next 3 months, and it will be points totals. And then the winner, we will pay out first, second, and third of the total points after the 3rd race. It's like a 50-50 type deal. However, if we raise a certain amount of money, anything above that will go to the pot for the winners. And we may also throw some other stuff in there to try and, depending on what we raise, may throw some additional payouts as well. So any of our league drivers want to get in on that, check it out in Discord. Shout out to Duke Davis for coming up with the idea, and also Matt Forns for taking that idea and rolling with it and managing everything and putting everything together.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting showdown because it's spread out over 3 series, so it's not the same vehicle.
Correct. It will be a Xfinity race. I believe it's at Daytona or Talladega. I can't remember which. Then it will be the trucks at Bristol. And to round it out, it will be the next gen Cup car at Charlotte. And these races are a little longer than say like our ARCA races or truck races. However, they're a little shorter than the Cup races, so it's kind of a good happy medium. It should be fun.
Well, I tell you who's happy to be out of the medium of the pack, and that's Bobby Rafferty. He's sitting on the outside.
Yeah, I think that strategy he had there, saving tires and saving fuel, worked out pretty well for him. We'll see what he can do on the short run here.
He did not get that much of a jump as Jacob does shot out of there, and he's bringing Charlie Harcum with him on the inside.
Yep, Charlie cleared him, and that brings up the 42 of Dakota Orndorff into fourth.
That is a name and a number we hadn't spoke much of, but there's a bunch in this field that is silent that moved up, just like Bobby started out towards the back, and before we know it, he's sitting up in the front.
Yeah, there's quite a few in the top 10 that we don't talk a whole lot about. We got, Greg Rogers there sitting. Well, iRacing says he's sixth, but I think I'm not sure if he is or not.
Yeah,
in the 28 car. Got Colt Curry in the 27, as we have a caution. Jordan Miles in the 7 car. John Neidick in the 44. Cody Riggs rounding out the top 10 in the 12 car.
Oh, David Harden's car is gone. Him and the 10 both took some severe damage. Him and Jim Mott. Let's see if we can back this up and see what happened. Colt Curry looks like he may have been in that one also. So if we can track Colt Curry down. He may have logged out. So it's not bringing him up on SDK. I'm back with David Harden. Find what happened there on that one. Looks like we had, somebody just got completely loose, shot up the middle, took off the nose of the 15.
Old tires.
13 just completely lost it, devastated on the inside, took the 15 and the 33. Whew. Man, halfway through it. Well, that's going to change up the whole fuel strategy now, because everybody can get right there at that. I'd be shutting off my engine right now.
I think I would be too, or at least coasting in fourth gear.
Yeah, definitely. Up to 30 viewers out there. How many tickets have we got? 9 entries so far. Alpha York. I know that name real well. Good to see you out there, bud.
You know what we haven't done yet? We have not pulled anybody up to the booth for a in-race interview.
Let's see if he's in here. We'll get the stage winner. There it was. It was William, wasn't it?
I believe it was.
Let's get William up here. Hey, William, Jeremy and Tony up here, man. You got a copy?
I do.
Hey, what kind of strategy do you got a thicker fuel line in there holding a few extra gallons or something?
Yeah, my team and I at Omnia, we noticed pretty early that we weren't going to make the fuel run. So about 15 laps into that run, when I realized I was outside of the stage points, I just started lifting early, and I made my bed, and I had to pull off as soon as that caution came out. But you know what? It paid off.
Well, you got
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, you secured those stage points, so at least, if something does happen later in the race, you have that guaranteed point. Or,
Yeah.
the guaranteed 7 points for the stage win.
Yeah, absolutely. My goal this season is to get as many stage points as possible. Especially last week, wrecking out, not getting the finish that I wanted. I just figured I had the opportunity to kind of make up for it, and I didn't think I was going to do pretty well at Texas today, so I figured that was my one opportunity to get some good points.
Well, looks like you are about to go green here, so we'll get you move back down to your team chat. We appreciate you talking with us.
Yeah, good talking to you guys.
Strategy, and teamwork. Right there is what it's about.
Well, we're going to have another restart here, so this could get interesting.
I'm glad to see him get the stage points. I mean, he took a gamble and it paid off. And you know what? It's Texas, man.
Yeah, I mean, if I got the opportunity to do that, I would definitely go for it.
You either go big or go home, even if it is the first stage. But somebody was asking about those dates real quick. Daytona and Xfinity, 100 laps is April 22nd. Bristol in the trucks, 250 laps is May 20th. And Charlotte Next Gen, 250 laps is June 24th. So check out the RRL Facebook page and SBRN page. We'll have information on there. And man, get in it.
Yeah, we got a little flyer made up. I'm gonna post on our social media pages probably tomorrow. So the information will be out there. If you're in the Discord, all of that has been posted in the. I believe we actually created a channel just for that. But it's also been posted in the general chat, the money race info, all of those applicable channels should have that information available should you decide you want to get involved.
Man, it's going to be great racing because you know some of these guys are going to be there.
Well, and I think the best part about it is you're racing three different vehicles, so you're going to see people's strong suits maybe in one car and not another one. So it's more about to see who's better overall, kind of those bragging rights.
Right now, Jacob's got all the bragging. He's got that restart time down perfect.
He sure does, and in Xfinity we do utilize the restart zone, so I think that's definitely working in his favor right now.
And I can't forget to give a shout out to Fallen God, Mr. Isaac, coming like a wrecking ball. Wilson giving out that sub to Rowdy. Looking down through the field, we got a nice little battle going on towards the back, about P10 to 15. Oh, at 19 and 9, getting close.
I think Alex got a little tight there, and that 9 car was kind of pinching him down just a touch, so bound to happen.
Now, Alex, I will say this. He can drive. We've seen him drive. We've seen his teammates in the truck. They completely just dominated it last week. So
yeah, they are definitely wheelmen.
I guess chasing those elk and moose up there pays off. Love my Canadian friends. Don't think I was being mean on them. Holland for car 30. Let's track 30 down. Where are they at the field?
I don't believe we have a 30 car. I'm not sure what he's talking about.
I was looking. I didn't see one. Well, he's a Matt Thorns. He's a mustache fan, so. Looks like Peyton did not get that car fixed, and he is just completely running open modified.
Yeah, Texas is definitely an aero track. You got to have that draft to be up there, and he definitely that front end is hurting him.
On the Shake and Bake team, let's see if we can track them down. They are not in the Discord. Yeah, we've got Cody Riggs and Joe Robert. I believe we've got one more.
Zach Bucher.
Zach. He went in Discord, threw me off.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's at right now. I know he's racing.
Well, look at Colt Curry after that mishap in the beginning of the race. He's working up to P3, up 10 spots since the stage break. And I know the drivers are happy, Tony, but I'm kind of disappointed. One caution so far, 58 laps in the book.
Oh, it's early. It's gonna get spicy.
Getting spicy. You got to put some enthusiasm with it. Put some of that Jim Carrey the Mask with it.
I don't know if I can do that. I'll probably not sound too good. Oh, I better watch my mouth. I'm not sure why.
32 viewers out there, man. That is awesome. Keep cranking it in, man. Tell your friends, your family. Even tell your mistresses. Try to win you a diecast.
Tell you what, Jacob Denson has pulled out to a pretty nice lead. He's pretty comfortable right now.
Yeah, he's a second and a half away from Curry. He's cheating. Need to have those tires checked to see if he passes post-race inspection. 40 to go.
And if it goes green to the end, we'll have another green flag pit stop.
Since we seem to be on a pretty good green flag run, get your earmuffs in and turn your TVs up because we're fixing to crank it up a little bit. In that little stint right there, Tony, we saw somebody, I believe it was the 9, got a little loose. No, it was not the 9. I stand corrected. Somebody.
We've got some changing going on up front, too. Colt was in second, and it looks like he's fallen back to about 5th. Bobby Rafferty, John Nidick, and Alex Forget-Berube got through.
We've got Red Maverick out there cheering on John. That 44. I believe that's what, Skull Bandit?
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Ooh. Corey Mott just got in the back of the 9 car. Like the 9 car saved it, though. There's Jeff Medlin in the 9. Not sure what happened there.
I don't think.
Oh, I see. The 9 had to check up. Looks like. Yep, that's what happened.
Everybody's pretty much just spread out. There's nobody really right on top of each other battling out for a position, and Jacob's pretty much just walked away with it.
Yes, he has. I think right now the battle's second, third, and fourth place.
Got a lap car coming into the picture, and looks like he's staying low. You see the 15's going below the apron to get out of the way. They're waiting for the spice fries. We need some spicy fries. There we go.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be coming. See Cody Riggs back here in 15th working through the field. He was given an EOL penalty earlier, and I'm not sure why.
Oh, we got Suckiest out there saying Jeff's going to overtake the whole field. And Rowdy's telling you running your mouth again.
Rowdy's always talking about that. Hey, Rowdy, what was Cody given the EOL for? Since you're listening to the broadcast. Oh, he earned it. So I guess, passed under the yellow.
Ooh.
Got it.
Well, you can get an indication that Peyton Harding just wrecked. It'll be interesting to see if the caution comes out. Oh, he's into pit road, so caution is not going to come out. We are still one caution whole race.
Oh, looks like that turn 4 got him. When these cars get tight, it seems like turn 4 is where everybody gets into the wall.
And so you've got to time it right, because the way that track lays, coming out of 4, you're going right in. It's almost like a bad bank in Charlotte.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, you got somebody on your outside, you're going to hit the grass, get loose. You got somebody on the inside, you might be scared to hit the wall, so you push them down. I hate being side by side or 3 wide going through 4 in the tri-oval. It is a scary feeling.
Very, very sketchy.
It can get spicy.
Oh, Hornback up to P10. That little Preston Hornback, Mike's son. He's made his way up there. He's running top 10.
I think we might start having some takers on pit road.
It's about that time if you're gonna split this final stage up.
Like Jacob, Charlie, William. Now William didn't risk it.
Well, the way this race is run, I think you got to go on the aggressive side here, pit a little early, and have those fresh tires towards the end. You know, Got somebody stopped on pit road.
Brandon Hughes, I think something may have
Nope.
happened. That was, whoo.
He just towed. Luckily, nobody hit him coming in. As Preston Hornbeck takes the lead now, with everybody hitting the pits.
His last pit was at lap 36, so
He might be running it long and trying to have those fresher tires later.
shut it off, Preston. Coast a little bit, and there
Yeah,
Preston's.
he's coming in.
That's going to put our shake and bake Cody Riggs in the lead.
Yeah, with the track position that Cody lost, I think right now he's hoping for a caution. He's going to run this thing as dry as he can, and hope that a caution comes out.
It's right there in that window.
Cody's bringing it in. No, maybe not. Berube gets around him to get his lap back. Right now, it's one of those things where you want to stay out and hope for a caution, but you're giving up so much time on those old tires to the guys with the new tires. But right now, as soon as Charlie Harcum gets around, I think we're only going to have about 6 or 7 cars on the lead lap. So if the caution was to come out, that'd trap a lot of guys a lap down.
Oh yeah, that would be, and Cody's right there on it. It looks like the pit window may be around 40 to 41 laps, so he's.
Oh,
Yep.
and he's bringing it to pit road right
There
now.
he is. And that's going to release the lead over to Chase Harden, who also pitted at lap 41, so that's going to be interesting to see how it's going to play out for him.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's too far behind. I think we're going to see Chase pit in the next lap or so, and then I think it's going to be Jacob Denson back in the lead. He's just kind of running away with this thing.
Well, there's a good 10-second gap between Riggs and Denson. And Denson just got him. Harden is stretching it out. 21 to go. About lap 82 is about the max. 83 is the max. He's going to be able to push it. And you can see right there, Denson is closing that gap quick.
Yes, he is. I don't know how much longer Chase can stay out. I can't imagine he's got much fuel left in the tank. I think he's... No, maybe not. Thought maybe he was pitting there, but...
He's probably hoping for a caution. Everybody on these new tires, hoping somebody's going to mess up. I keep watching to see if that caution's going to come out. As he's took off, Denson's took off 2 seconds in a lap.
Cody Riggs is going to try and get around Chase Harden here, get his lap back. It's going to put 12 cars, I believe, on the lead lap, and Chase is coming to pit road.
I think that last lap, Tony, he couldn't get down to pit road. He was stuck on the high side, so he may have had to go an extra lap than what he wanted.
Oh, no.
Oh, gosh, you saw it too.
If Chase could have stuck it out one more lap, it would have went right into his favor.
Oh, man, that was
But
not.
that's gonna put a lot more cars on the lead lap. Chase is just gonna do Chase is just running through. He didn't even stop.
So we got Corey Martin, Alex Jay. Oh, I believe they got into each other, it looked like. It was like 16 man came up and a little bit of a tap to the 19.
Ooh. Big damage for both cars.
See, watching as they're coming out of 3. It's hard to really tell who went and who slid up and who slid down. I think it might have been a little of both.
Yeah, it looked like Corey Mott slid up a little bit, but it also looked like Forget may have been a little tight and then turned it down once his front tires started gripping again. And they just came together.
Man, I'm going to tell you what. I bet you Harden is fuming right now.
I bet he is. Ooh, somebody just blew up. I heard that.
Well, 2 cautions out of 83 laps. I think that's pretty good.
That is very good for this track after cycling through 2 green flag pit stops. You know, old tires against new tires. Typically, there's a lot of issues there, but they've managed it very well. Should be going green with about 13, 14 laps to go. This is when it's gonna get spicy.
I believe Chase did go ahead and take his pit. He's still on the lead lap. As if all these cars, some of these cars go down just for a touch up on new tires or something, he might gain him a few spots out of that. So it's one of those judgment calls that it just didn't go in your favor.
Yeah, and I honestly, I think Chase stayed on track as long as he could.
$16 to go. This is going to be interesting. The Wars of Tony, it's going to get spicy. Colt Curry is rotated up to 2nd. Preston made his way up to 3rd.
I think this may update here when we get to the line. We got a lot of cars that are gonna do the waiver round here, so that may change the grid a little bit. But Colt seems like he's very good on fresh tires, but struggles on the long run. So this may work in his favor. Preston, if this cycles out the way, you know, if it stays how it is in iRacing and how we got on the broadcast, sitting in 3rd, we got some new faces up in the front.
And that would be awesome to see Preston get him a podium finish here at Texas.
Yeah, we got Cody Riggs sitting in 4th. Got Brady Price sitting in 5th.
And a shout out to Smokey014 coming in with that follow. We appreciate it.
I think here for Jacob Denson, it's all about that restart.
And he has been good on those restarts.
He has. He has been able to launch so much better than everybody else. Nobody can compete with him. But we got a couple new people up there, so maybe they will.
We've also got 10 laps to go before we're going to close that entry. So make sure you hurry up and get your ticket. Make sure you're in the Discord or get in touch with me if you win it. That way I can get that diecast out to you. And yes,
Mike.
our RL employees and admins are eligible.
Mike Hornbeck is working tonight, so he's cheering on Preston.
Let's give his dad a good view of this restart. And I think I would put the icing on the cake for Hornbeck is getting a podium. A win would be awesome.
As a parent, we always want to see our kid do good. So if Mike can't be racing with him, at least he's watching, cheering him on. So we'll see what Preston can do here on this restart.
We're giving him a front row seat of it. You know what? I think Red Maverick is right. Tony, we do make a pretty good team up here.
I think we do. All right. As Clint Boyer would say, the pay window is open. See how aggressive they get here on this restart. Oh, we got that good launch again.
And Preston got a jump with him too.
Brandon Hughes retired from the race. He is offering to come up to the booth with us if you want to drag him up.
He ain't got no money.
He does not have any money.
Well, he's got one of his guys up there in the top three, so we'll drag him up here for a little bit. But remember, guys, lap 5, we are ending the contest, so you've got 7 to go. Let's bring Brandon No Money Hughes up here. Brandon, welcome up here to the booth, man. How you feeling?
Not a good race for us tonight.
You got any money?
No, we lost a lot on this one. We tore some stuff up.
Looks like you got a teammate in second place right now.
Yeah, Colt's doing good. Hopefully he can just be patient, race smart, and get up there and get the job done.
Colt seems like he's fast on fresh tires, but he struggles a little bit on the long run.
Yeah, it's just him getting a little excited and burning his stuff up a little early. But if he can manage it, he should be good.
Well, he's contending right now. He's
Yeah.
actually he had a fender on Jacob Denson there, so I think if Jacob gives up the bottom, I think Colt will have a chance.
Yeah, I mean, when Colt shows up and he's there at the end of it, he has a chance at anything he's in. So, just hoping he has a good night.
I'm telling y'all what, y'all pulling for Colt, Jacob. I want to see Hornbeck up there. He is. His time is coming.
Yeah, Preston's
sure.
sitting in third right now. Got Greg Rogers sitting in fourth, and then we got a couple of shake and bake drivers sitting in fifth and sixth.
Yep. But if you guys want, you guys can throw me back down there, and I'm going to try to help Colt get through this thing.
Will
Alrighty.
do, man.
All right, have a good one. Appreciate y'all.
See ya.
Which team is he going to? Brandon
got
Hughes Race.
I got him.
He's got his own team named after him. I'm like, which one? Man, I'm gonna tell you what. What I'm not surprised to see, and we're seeing Joe Robert and Bobby Rafferty both a lap down out of the top 15.
And I'm wondering if that caution didn't kind of set them back a little bit. They got. Oh, another caution.
I am not seeing any indicator of who that was. Tony, are you seeing anything?
I am not. I'm assuming it was Brady Price, the 99 car. Oh, it happened actually. The 7 looks like the 7 got loose, maybe.
I think you
Oh,
moved.
no, the 7 didn't get loose. The 99 hit him in the bumper, washed up the track and hit him in the bumper. Well, we get to see another restart, and it's closer to that pay window. It's definitely going to get spicy now.
Oh, and that was some good defensive driving by, I don't know who that was. Track him down. They avoided. That could have been bad. And that was Tom Torrey. He had to do a hard right-hand turn on that one.
Might have had a little pucker factor involved there.
He had a whole lot of pucker factor. His pants are spicy now. Well, you know Preston didn't want to see that. Cope probably wanted to see it. But, man, the way that inside line took off, man, you're going to have to bring something.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to be right on that launch with Jacob Denson to even have a chance here. He's nailing it every time, and I have not seen anybody stick with him on that outside row.
Well, it is Texas. If you're going to do it big. The Relentless Racing League's word of the month is spicy.
Just for you, Justin Barkley, if you're listening. And while we're under caution, give a shout out to our sponsor for the Xfinity Series, Swag Designs.
Most definitely. And I'll have to post a picture. I did get a poster board from Jim today. And man, I ain't gonna lie. It's nice. He always surprises me with stuff. Never know. Never know what he's got worked up his sleeve. But I will definitely be posting that on the social media pages. And you can get in touch with him. Get some for your league mate. I know he sponsors a few other leagues out there. So his name's out there pretty good.
Yeah, I think he's on Twitter or
Is.
Twitch or both. I'm not sure exactly. I can't remember which one it is. I'm not all that tech savvy with these new social media platforms. But Jim came on board with Swag Designs, and he's definitely helping us out significantly. We appreciate everything you're doing, Jim, and hopefully I'll be getting one of those trophies from you.
Oh yeah, them things are nice. Oh, that's
Suck it.
right. I gotta close it.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm gonna close the giveaway. When they go green, I am gonna shut it down. A little late, but give everybody a last chance. We've only got 9 entries, 31 people out there. Exclamation point ticket. Green flag drops, drawings closed. Winner will be decided after the podium finishers interviews.
Like Kobe Sutton just bought one ticket.
And Kobe had him a pretty good race.
Well, 2 to go with the line. Unofficial green-white checkered. Let's see what happens.
All that Texas, no limits for nothing. Ha, you and me both too, Kobe. Hope it's a whole lot better tomorrow for trucks. We're going to get this out of the way. When they go green, it's going to be closed, and we're going to go full screen with them for a little bit. J Wingy 8, thank you for the follow. Here we go, Tony. It's all the marbles now.
Yes, sir. Oh, and he got that great launch again, Jacob Denson. But this may give the opportunity for Preston Hornbeck to move up to second.
Colt Curry is not going to go down without a fight, though.
Yeah, Preston's got him cleared, though. I think he's pretty safe there as long as he here we go again.
Got mayhem in the back. It's like Tom Torrey and Joe Robert got into each other. Is going to bring out that caution. Let's jump it back, see what we got going on. Oh, it looks like Joe just wind got him. Got loose.
Yeah. I think Joe was pushing a little too hard there and just lost the back end.
Overcorrected right into it. He's got it locked up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that brake pedal is going far down as it can. Oh, and the 10 got a little bit of damage off of it. Collected the 10 on that one.
Somebody T-boned somebody ahead of Joe. I couldn't see who it was.
We'll look from Tom's point of view.
Yeah, I think Tom got T-boned by that white car there. I could not tell.
I believe that's Wiggins right there in the orange. He managed to get through it.
That white and black car that got tagged by Joe and then is going to T-bone Tom.
Well, I'm pretty sure Tom's dizzy on spin cycle.
Missed it. He missed it. Okay. Look from that other view that he got part of that, but that car is pretty mangled. Well, our viewers wanted spiciness. They're getting spiciness.
There is going to be, I believe, what, one of 2 green-white checker attempts?
Correct. You know, I may have been wrong. We may not get to finish this race under green. Who knows? I mean, we got one more chance at it after this one, so.
You know, Preston, he's sitting on the outside, so he's got to be timing with Jacob to the T.
Yes, he does. We have not seen Preston start outside Jacob yet, so that'll be a new face trying to hang with him on the restart.
Fry, they're putting it on you. It's all your fault.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Commentator Scars.
So it looks like we're going to have Jacob Denson restarting in first, Preston Hornbeck restarting in second, Colt Curry restarting in third, Greg Rogers restarting in fourth, Zach Bucher in fifth, Shake and Bake, Cody Riggs starting in sixth, Shake and Bake. Got Charlie Harcum there starting in seventh. He was up like top three at the beginning of the race, so I'm wondering if he got kind of cycled back on the pit strategy there. William Reagan, our stage winner, is sitting in eighth. Chase Harden in ninth, and Dakota Orndorff in 10th.
Boy, somebody's gonna be slapping their mama after this race. I'm gonna see a little, see who goes relentless.
I think you almost have to, though, just to beat Jacob Denson here. He's been so good on the restart, and he's been so smooth in the corner. He hasn't really made any mistakes yet that I've seen. I mean, I think if you're Preston or Colt or somebody behind, I think the only way you're going to get around him is using that bumper.
Make it look like an accident. That's all I can say. Not promoting it, but just throwing my 2 cents out there.
Yeah, you don't want the boss man coming down on you, so.
I don't know. They're telling you need to be quiet because you caused all this mayhem.
I get blamed for everything.
You're one of those you get fired on your day off.
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie one bit. I am pulling hard for at P2. I ain't gonna commentate or curse him, so.
Pace car will be dropping off here, and we'll be going green.
I'm telling you right now, I'm willing to bet Mike is sweating bullets just as bad as Preston is.
I bet you Mike is very pumped right now, hoping that he can watch Preston get this win. Oh, that was not a good restart for Preston. He's going to give up second place here.
Staying green. He's looking to make the move. He's going for that P2, Tony.
I think he's really going to have to send it in the corner to get there, though. We are going to finish this race under green, though.
White flag out. Caution's out the window. 32 viewers ready to see what's going to happen and go down. Oh, we've got a little spinning towards the back. And there they go in the back. We are staying at the front. Caution is not coming out. Got Greg looking to the inside.
See if Preston can keep it wound up here for third.
Preston's got the run, and Preston got third behind. Oh, and God, that was zeroed out.
Much.
Zeroed out. Jacob Denson taking nothing away from him on that win. Colt Curry, nothing away from him on P2. But Tony, this finish. Preston and Greg. Literally no difference on the SDK, the relative 0-0.
It looked like they were bumper to bumper there.
That is about as close as you can get right there to the finish.
Yeah. What, half a bumper, if that?
I'm not even for sure if it is that much. Oh, Hornbeck pulled it off. Jacob out there celebrating, doing those donuts. He took it big here at Texas. So rounding it out, and he's taking that Alan Kowicki victory lap. Right to the pits. So we can get the results up here. For some reason my results ain't there. We are. They are not wanting to come up. And you can see that was Mike. I'm pretty sure you are happy out there. Preston pulls into P3. Look at that distance. iRacing put him at what, 3,000ths of a second?
Yep.
That is
2 to 3,000ths. Half a bumper.
Fatty Q in with the follow. Well, I'll tell you what, man, I'm tickled to death. Let's get Preston up here before his dad has to go back to work. Because he's probably jumping up and down. And Preston, he's already up there. He's ready. He's ready to talk, Tony. He's ready. He's psyched
He
up.
sure is.
Preston, you got P3, man. Your daddy's out there cheering for you, dude. Are you calmed down?
Yeah, I'm good.
He said it's so mellow. He's like, no pressure. I had it, man. I ain't worried about it. Man, walk us through those last laps, man, especially those green, white, checkered restarts.
Yeah, on the restart there, I didn't get the good start that I really needed. And my tires were kind of getting a little bit burnt out there at the end.
Seemed like once on the first restart there, it seemed like Jacob got the launch on you, but you were able to maintain the gap. I think you even got to his outside there for a second. What do you think you needed to get around him?
I don't know. I mean, maybe if I had a little bit more tire, I could have got around him.
Dude, you've done it. You showed out. I mean, P3, nothing to be ashamed of. Dude, I was pulling for you up here hard. Daddy was out there pulling for you too. I think he went to the bathroom to watch the last couple of laps, so he may be hiding out somewhere. But man, the floor is yours, dude. Shout outs are yours. You earned it.
Just you guys for putting this on and my dad.
So humble, Tony. So subtle to the point.
Yes, sir.
Well, Preston, congratulations on that P3, man. You earned it, and you earned it hard.
Thank you. You guys have a good night.
A man of subtle words. Well, I know one that likes to talk. We'll get him up here. No, we ain't bringing up Joe. We're going to bring up P2 finisher Colt Curry. And I'm pretty sure Brandon's a little bit happy out there right now.
How's it going, Colt?
It's going good. How y'all doing?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. We were watching you come home to a P2 finish. Looked like Jacob had the restarts on lockdown all night, but it seemed like if you had a longer or a shorter run, you may have had something for him there, but I don't think just the 2 laps was enough. Walk us through those last few laps you had.
It was crazy. I mean, shout out to him. He was killing me on restarts, but I'm just glad I finally got a good finish after what happened at Daytona.
Yeah, Daytona's Daytona. This is where the real racing starts, in my opinion. You were up there all night. You kind of were hanging around that top 5 area for most of the night. I think you fell back a little bit. I don't know if that was like the cautions or the green flag pits, but definitely worked your way back through the field and came home P2. You got any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Brandon and Eric. I mean, I was getting stressed there those last couple laps, and I'd like to have teammates that keep me calm. So that's awesome.
Yes, sir. It's always great to have those teammates to kind of calm you down when you need it. Well, congratulations on the P2 finish. Hopefully, the rest of the season goes this way for you.
Thank you.
Nothing at all to be ashamed of on that. These guys raced it out and left it all on the track. But I believe the one that he had this track tuned in, dialed in. He was on point with his restarts. I mean, those restarts, he was just gunning it. Jacob Denson pulls off the win down in Texas, man. How you feeling on that?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm pretty pumped about that win. I like this racetrack. It's one of my favorites. To come out with the win, I'm pretty happy.
So back-to-back wins. The first repeat winner of our new season here. You kind of got the advantage over everybody right now in the points. You should lock yourself in the playoffs last week with that win, but now you're just gaining more points. You should have a pretty good gap to second. How's that going to play out, do you think?
I'm still going to keep the foot on the pedal. You know, I'm not going to back off. I'm going to still come out here and race hard. I want to win as much as I can. I really want to put that B&H car out front any chance I get. So I'm not going to back off a little bit. I'm gonna keep it going.
Well, you definitely did that tonight. Nobody could compete with you on those restarts. You were launching and pulling away from them. How'd you do that?
The leader really has an advantage on those restarts because you dictate when the green flag drops. I kind of changed up a little bit each time because you can kind of go deep in the restart zone or you can start early, but it really gave me a good advantage. I definitely took that to my advantage.
Well,
Well, go ahead, Jeremy.
you're going to make it a three-peat next week.
Where are we next week?
Next week we are at Richmond.
I don't know. I like Richmond, so we'll have to see. It's another tire wear track. You got to really save the tires, and hopefully we can get there and have a good run.
And you know the routine. Since you got it last week, you get it again this week, man. The floor is yours, and the champagne will be sent to you on Tony's tab. Shout outs, you got them, man. They're all yours.
Absolutely. Want to shout out Little Miami Brewing again. They're on the hood. They're a great place up in Cincinnati, Ohio. If you want to have a good time, check them out. B&H Racing on the side. Duck Through also. They're new to join us this year. And Feltz Media. If you want to have some good laughs, go check out Feltz Media on YouTube. Yeah, that's all I got.
Right, next week you taking it to Richmond, so we're going to see if you can make it a three-peat in the season, but you've got a pretty good lead right now, so you got a little bit of cushion.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.
Well, Tony, I guess that's going to call it. Yeah, I'm kidding, y'all. We got to do the drawing. See who's going to win it. Let's get it brought up here. I have no pick. Got 10 entries in it. No subs do not get an advantage. Everybody's got a 10% chance on winning. And who's getting the die cast? Of course, Colt Curry gets a P2 and a die cast.
There you go.
Well, I think that's about just going to wrap it up, Tony. We got the trucks tomorrow night going to be at Kansas. We're going to have Joe and Jesse up here in the booth as we getting a couple nights off.
Yeah,
So,
I love Kansas. That is such a fun track, especially in the trucks. You can just rip around that track. So let me ask you this, Jeremy. Kansas, you going to run the high line or the low line?
I'm keeping it up high. I'm saving those tires, and I ain't going to give my whole secret away, but I ain't going to be pitting for tires if I ain't got to.
Right.
But behalf of myself and Relentless Racing League, and Tony, thanks for joining us again. We'll be back up here next Monday. Y'all be safe. Congratulations to Jacob, Colt, and Preston. We will see y'all next week. Xfinity as they take it to Richmond, and trucks will be down in Kansas, middle of Kansas. There's no down, it's middle. We'll see y'all later. See y'all tomorrow. Be safe and good night.